She holds me here with only a glance. She's over me. She's over me. It's time for the Paranormal Portal. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome to Sunday night show. It is our night terrors, our night of 1 hour show talking about the paranormal. Tonight we're going to get into some cryptid fun, as you can imagine. And I know we got a cryptid crowd. This is definitely a cryptid heavy crowd. So I'm glad you guys are all here. How you guys doing? Hello, Legalized Freedom. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Rachel gets it right. Maggie M. There's so many G's here. Digger Dog. Maggie. Digger Dog again. Asset Ramses. J-Rock. How you doing? Good to see you. Android Purities here. So all kinds of fun. But we're going to get into some cryptid fun. That chair is not moving on its own. That's not a ghost. Come here, little Casper. Stand up, little Casper. Come on. Come on. Say hello to everybody.
Hi.
Say it again.
Hi.
He's got to eat the microphone. The Minion, folks. He stopped in. Wanted to make an appearance tonight. And so there's your appearance. How you doing?
Good.
Good? You having a good night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What's your favorite paranormal stuff? You like ghosts the best? Or do you like Bigfoot the best? Or you like UFOs the best? Or what do you like the best?
Scary dreams.
Scary dreams. Yeah. You like those, really? They always scare me. Is that what you like, really? Mm-hmm. Oh. Except when you have your own scary dreams. Then they're not so fun, are they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right, folks. So we got a lot to go through tonight. And feel free throughout the duration of the show if you want to talk and have something you want to ask or whatever, that's fine. Everything's on the table on these Night Terrors nights more than ever. I mean, because it's just me and you and a whole lot of time. Well, less time tonight, of course. It's just about an hour. But if you want to talk to me, there's a couple options. You can call in, of course. The phone lines are open. Oh, that's a ghost hand. The phone lines are open, and you can call in at 720-923-0500. And that'll get you right to me, hopefully, if I notice it, but I'll do my best to notice. Or you can email, just email paranormalportalradio@gmail.com. Yeah?
Can I talk for a second?
Oh, sure. You want to talk for a second? Sure. Come on over here. What do you got to say? It's all you.
And the number is at the top left.
It is. It's at the top left of your screen. Well done. High five. Ow. Okay. High five for sure. Yep. You can see little future co-host as well. You're going to have all kinds of co-hosts of Don and little Minion, and maybe Minion can go out and do on the street interviews and stuff. But he's obviously taken to the spotlight a little bit. So, yeah, the phone number's right on the top of the screen, as the Minion said, right up there. And you can email, or if you want to just do it from chat, just do at Paranormal Portal or Paranormal Portal, and you'll see the orange box appear, or at least I'll see that. I don't know if you guys see it. A kid that likes scary dreams. You got a brave kid, Brent. Yeah, he's a brave little boy. He's actually had some pretty wild experiences himself since he was very little. So, but what can you do? it's kind of, he lives in the portal house. So anyway, we're going to get right to it, but are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? I hope you're ready, because it's time for bed. All right. So why are they so tight together? I don't know. I guess we got big heads, don't we? You hear me now? Good. All right. Well, if you want to say something, you can talk into that microphone. At least for a couple minutes until you go upstairs. But you're welcome to join me. Anyway, somebody said, 7 pearls. Hi, thank you. Thank you for that. So we have lots on the deck today. Thought we'd talk about cryptids, but again, if there's anything on your guys' mind that you want to discuss, by all means, either message into the chat, call on the phone, or email. I won't check emails during the show, but I certainly can answer your email on another show if that's what you'd wish. But at any rate, this is our last foray before the weekend. What's up, Brent? And your what up, Little? Your dad is the man. Oh, thanks, J-Rock. I appreciate that. I'm just checking the chat. See if anybody's talking. And, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Herman Vera. There we go.
Daddy,
Yeah.
can you put it on me and you?
You're on. You just got to talk in the microphone there. But there's an on button on the top of the microphone. Look at the top of the microphone and switch it up to on. There you go.
There.
Does it work? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you're official. Do you want to see both of us? Is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
Oh, the little head. There's your head. You're part of the scene now.
Be up.
You got to be up a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. Yep. There you go. You're in Don's chair. You got big shoes to fill, so make me proud. All right, guys. So we're going to... okay, good. All right, we're going to get right to it. And I'm going to start out by getting to one of the articles here that I got pulled up today. And the first one in our creature feature tonight, our cryptids show, has to do with the chupacabra. Okay. Try not to eat the mic. Don's going to need that to work again on Wednesday. So teeth marks in the foam isn't going to be good. Okay, that's enough, buddy. All right, let's get to it. We got people to talk to here, buddy. All right, let's go. And this is coming from an article, and the website is ufoinsight.com. And it has to do with cryptozoology, strange beasts, the chupacabra, the most convincing stories. And so let's have a look and see if they are. Wait, what is this? Oh, maybe I'm not gonna. What is this? Oh, no, I can't read this one. It's one of those sites that makes you join. Never mind, we'll read this one. Terrifying Tales of Actual Monster Attacks from thegrunge.com. Terrifying Tales of Actual Monster Attacks. So let's check this out and see what these terrifying tales are all about.
The first one you saw looked weird.
The monkey one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty scary, isn't it? Okay, Terrifying Tales. And this comes from thegrunge.com. And let's see, who is it? By Nolan Moore, written October 23rd, 2016. And it was updated on the December 31st, 2020. So right at the end of the year. It says, when the sun sets and the world goes dark, we like to tell ourselves there's no such things as monsters. But there are plenty of people who disagree. Countless men and women throughout history have claimed encounters with all sorts of creepy creatures. Unfortunately, most of these beasts don't want to be friends. Instead, if the stories are to be believed, these malicious monsters would rather turn us into their next meal. Oof, that sounds creepy. Try not to beat on the microphone, minion. All right, Virginia probably isn't the first place you'd expect to find a pack of killer primates, but according to some witnesses, the state is crawling with murderous monkeys. Locals call these creatures devil monkeys, as they resemble gigantic baboons, albeit with long canine snouts. I don't know why they say albeit, because I think baboons have pretty long snouts full of very sharp teeth, so I don't know. The devil monkeys come equipped with long tails and kangaroo-like back legs, allowing them to jump insane distances. While they're usually about 4 feet tall, they can reach heights of 6 feet if they stand up on their back legs. That's plenty big. With their red eyes, sharp claws, and ultra-aggressive attitudes, it should come as no surprise that devil monkeys don't get along with their human neighbors. According to a woman named Pauline Boyd, her parents were driving near Saltville, Virginia, when they were suddenly attacked by a powerful creature. The Boyd couple described the monster as having light, taffy-colored hair, with a white blaze down its neck and underbelly. The creature was running on its 2 back legs as the Boyds frantically tried to drive away. The devil monkey slashed at the vehicle, leaving 3 massive scratch marks on the side of the car. A few days later, the devil monkey returned. 2 nurses were driving around the same area near Saltville, where the monster pounced on their car and tore off their convertible roof. As you can imagine, the nurses were terrified, but they managed to escape with their lives. Since then, the devil monkeys have been seen multiple times throughout the years, hopping across roads and vanishing into the trees. Now, the question with that is, could it be? Could it be? Oh, a very precious co-host tonight. Thank you for that privilege. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I enjoy that he wants to be a part of the shows too. Devil monkeys, I don't know. Could it be that they're some kind of escape from a zoo, from a circus, from any number of things, and maybe it is. And I know that many animals are very adept at making do with wherever they end up. I don't like that cough. I got this itchy cough for a while now. Is that funny?
Yeah.
Okay, it's funny. I got a cough. Sorry, I don't know. It's 5-year-old humor. But, you got to wonder, are they actual cryptid? Or are they just a transplanted, exotic pet, perhaps, that was released into the wild, or something else? And we don't know. But they must have a breeding population, whatever the case is. Because I don't know what the life expectancy of a baboon is, but I can't imagine that it's 50 years or whenever, however many decades it's been since they were first sighted. But is it possible? I guess so. And maybe baboons could survive in our North American climates, at least in some of the milder ones in the south. But where Virginia is, of course. But it's hard to say. Maybe they could be. And maybe they could be something just completely unknown, uncatalogued. Could be some kind of proto-pygmy that people are mistaking. I don't know. It's a lot of possibilities, I guess. But it is a unique one, and it's one that I've heard of for years. So, it keeps popping up, whatever it is. Devil monkeys. That's the first one. This next one is snake-throwing Bigfoot. And I heard a story of a Bigfoot throwing a snake. But I don't know that it's a different creature entirely. I think it's just a Bigfoot that had a snake and got fed up with people being around and kind of just threw it. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, here's the story. While some people regard Bigfoot as a huggable Wookiee, others claim this North American ape has a bad attitude. If you can get too close to this surly Sasquatch, it might start throwing stuff in your direction. In May 2015, a woman in Jones Creek, Texas, was driving down a country road when she saw something in the street. At first, she thought maybe it was a fallen tree, but as she got closer, she realized this was no hunk of wood. The mysterious object suddenly stood up, revealing itself as a Bigfoot. And that's when the cryptid reared back and threw a snake at the woman's car. While she didn't get a photo of the creature, the woman did put the snake in her freezer as evidence, not to mention as a twisted kind of souvenir. Of course, this wasn't the only time a Lone Star Sasquatch has decided to practice its pitching skills. In March 2015, a team of Bigfoot hunters set out into the Sam Houston National Forest, and they didn't see anything. The researchers reported they were attacked by an angry Bigfoot. And evidently, the hidden creature threw a giant log at their heads, but fortunately, a nearby tree took the brunt of the blow. Yeah, I imagine if they threw a log, it could very well take your head off. I mean, Google says 35 to 45 years. Okay. So
Yeah.
that is quite a long time that baboons live, I guess. All things considered, don't you think?
I don't know what you said.
We're talking about how long do baboons live, and baboons are these weird kind of monkeys. They look like a monkey, but they have like a dog's snout. Isn't that a pretty long time? Just say yes.
I don't know.
You don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, good. Thank you. So throwing a log by a Bigfoot is no small feat. In fact, just the other day, I was on social media and I saw a picture that somebody took, and it was weird because they took these pictures driving over a bridge, and suddenly when they're looking back at the pictures, they realize there's a weird object in the sky. And at first, I think, everybody thought, well, it's a bird or something. But since the resolution of the camera was so good, they were able to zoom in, and it's not a bird. It's a chunk of wood, like you'd throw into a fire. I mean, it didn't look like cut wood, but it was like a broken off piece of a log thrown, and it's way up in the sky. I mean, it's got to be about 30 or 40 feet in the sky, sailing across this little river. It's like, wow, what could have thrown that? Well, it's not a person. That's out of person range. Just getting it that high wouldn't be possible, I wouldn't think.
How is a log 30 or 40 feet in the sky?
I don't know. That's the big question, right?
I guess it's a tall tree.
Tall tree. Well, it was actually so far up in the sky that it was actually as tall as the tallest trees, and it was over the creek, so there wasn't even a tree right next to it where it could have fallen from. So something threw that piece of wood. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty well if it's thrown 100 feet.
If it's thrown 100 feet, that's a pretty far ways, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so it gets even stranger when you learn one of these cryptozoologists, Bob Garrett, claims he encountered an angry big feet before. It actually says feet. I don't know if big feet is the plural of Bigfoot.
Big feet is a funny way to say Bigfoot.
It is, right? Sounds like more than 1 foot, so it becomes feet, right?
Yeah.
All right. During a 2014 expedition, Garrett claims he and his son were pinned in their truck by a whole family of hairy monsters. These creatures hurled sticks and dirt clods at the pickup before jumping up and down in frustration. When the Bigfoot family got about 30 feet away from the truck, Garrett decided it was time to head back to civilization. Yeah, I think that's a good time to go back to the mall or whatever.
Yeah.
Get out of the woods, right?
Yeah, before the Bigfoot catches you and see you.
Yeah, that would be pretty scary, huh?
But can I show my drawings?
Sure. If you want to show your drawings, you sure can.
Okay.
All right, which one are you going to show first?
The first one I made.
All right, just share one of them, okay? Because we'll do an art show for you another day. And we do have a special announcement, ladies and gentlemen, in just a couple minutes. But make it quick, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, you can just show it up to that camera there. Let me get it right. Okay, there you are. There it is. Oh, make it bigger. There you go. Yep. It's a folded craft project he did of Baby Yoda. Isn't that cute? Good job, buddy. That was very well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Little artiste. That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too, huh? All right, mini co-host. I was going to make the announcements before, but let's get through this article and then I'll make the announcement, folks.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. That's good.
Okay.
The Washington, D.C. Demon Cat is next. Okay. Washington, D.C. is a city full of goblins and ghouls, and most of them are in office. Most of these creatures are called politicians. Great minds.
How's the goblins if they're not even real?
What do you mean goblins aren't real? What?
They are not because they're green and they have studs, and studs are dangerous. And if they hug someone with the sword in the hand, and they try to tap them, it'll go through them.
It'll go through them. Why are you talking so weird?
Oh no.
I don't know either. You don't usually talk like that. But you know what? The people that are watching the show, they said, tell him we all said it was really good. Your picture.
Yeah.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this is about the DC demon cat. It says, but there's one nasty beast prowling around Congress that doesn't care about winning votes. It only wants to scare victims with its glowing eyes and razor-sharp claws. Locals call this creature the demon cat, or DC for short. Oh, that's what Washington, D.C. stands for. No, I'm just kidding. District of Columbia. Sightings of the demon cat date back to the 1800s, and according to one newspaper, the phantom feline once appeared in 1862, terrifying a group of security guards. When the men opened fire, the specter disappeared, leaving the guards shocked and speechless. The demon reappeared in January 1898 as a watchman was patrolling the halls. He spotted a small black cat heading his way. But with each step, the kitten grew larger and larger. Some accounts say it grew as large as a tiger, while others claim it was the size of an elephant. Either way, the cat was massive, and the guard was so petrified that he couldn't move. Just feet away, the demon cat opened its fangs and let out a roar, and then pounced at its victim. But before he could tear the watchman apart, the creature just disappeared.
The cat is the same color of our cat, right, Daddy?
Yeah, it's the same color. You're absolutely right. Yep, just like Anubis, right?
Yep.
Okay, the cat has reappeared several times over the years, most frequently in the basement, underneath the Senate, close to the storage room that holds the Lincoln catalog. Freakier still, it's said that the demon cat often appears right before disaster strikes. The monster allegedly popped up before Lincoln was shot, before the stock market crashed in 1929, and before Kennedy was assassinated. Fortunately, the demon cat hasn't shown up in recent years, but people are always on the lookout for this supernatural panther. And there's no telling when it or some national disaster may strike again. That's pretty creepy. I don't know. It's more spiritual than cryptid, but still. This one is the Jersey Devil Rampage. What?
It's a YouTube video.
What, this one? Yeah, they have them in here.
Yeah.
But we're not going to watch that. Because we are a YouTube video.
I know. Because if we are a YouTube video and we're watching a YouTube video, that'll be a video inside a video.
It would almost create an anomaly, wouldn't it? Like a wormhole.
Yeah, because
we'd get sucked into video
one time
space.
in a game, I made a picture inside a picture inside a picture.
Wow. All right, the Jersey Devil is one of the most famous monsters in American folklore. According to legend, it was born to a human mother in 1737. Thanks to a curse, the baby morphed into the horned winged beast. After taking care of its mom, the devil disappeared into the New Jersey Pine Barrens. And since then, the devil has been seen multiple times, most notably during 1909, between January 16th and 23rd. The monster was spotted by numerous witnesses in both New Jersey and Philadelphia. People were so scared of the beast that schools were shut down, businesses were closed, and trolley lines allegedly hired armed guards. Witnesses described the Jersey Devil in all sorts of crazy ways. Some said it was 3 feet tall, while others said 6. Some said it had a ram's head, and others said it possessed monkey hands. While some claimed it looked like a kangaroo, everyone agreed it walked on 2 legs and had leathery wings and a really nasty disposition.
If it possessed monkey hands, the monkey hands will swing everywhere and go in town and then slap everyone in the face.
Okay, all right. I'm going to mute you now. I appreciate your input, but we do have to move along. On January 21st, the devil attacked a trolley car in Haddon Heights, New Jersey. frightening the passengers inside. Shortly afterward, it appeared in Philadelphia and supposedly began spitting fire at a frightened housewife. Hours later, the devil landed on top of a house in West Collingswood. Firefighters tried to knock it off with a water hose, but that only made the devil mad. Wanting revenge, the beast spread its wings and dive-bombed people on the streets. After a shower of stones forced it to retreat, the devil ended up in Camden, where it attacked Mary Sorbinski's dog. Fortunately, Mrs. Sorbinski saved her poor pet by beating the creature with a broom. Those brooms come in handy. While the devil didn't claim any human lives in 1909, it left quite an impression, and today its legend still looms large over the entire state. And there's still sightings of that happening all the time. Let him talk. They want me to let you talk. Uh-oh. I guess I got to unmute you, huh? Okay, you're live again. I've been overruled. Yeah, it works. Okay, quit beating the microphone.
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you. Did you want to say anything? Okay.
Continue that.
Okay, well, let's not continue that. That was kind of silly. Did you give everybody a kiss?
No, I did.
Yeah, that's a kissy face. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the strange beast of World War I. And this is a story that I've heard for ages, and it's pretty sweet. Or pretty bizarre. Sorry, I'm transposing here. But this one, I don't know what to make of this, but these people obviously experienced something pretty bizarre. Perhaps the strangest story of World War I allegedly occurred on April 30th, 1918. A British patrol boat off the coast of Ireland spotted a German submarine. Expecting a battle, the British attack. The U-boats did not return fire. Weirder still, the Germans willingly surrendered. The British were puzzled by the situation until the German commander, Captain Gunther Kretsch, explained why he was so willing to give up. According to the tale, Kretsch surfaced so the sub could recharge its batteries. But as the Germans floated atop the water, a massive sea monster crawled up the side of the ship. Kretsch said the creature had gigantic eyes, devilish horns, and an impressive set of knife-like teeth. The strange beast then attacked the forward mount gun, latching on with its mouth in an attempt to rip the ship apart. Horrified, the Germans began firing on the creature, but the creature was dead set on having a U-boat for dinner. As it gnawed away, the monster began twisting the submarine upside down. Moments away from sinking beneath the waves, the sailors unloaded their guns, finally forcing the horned beast to retreat into the sea. Fortunately, the submarine was too damaged to dive, but before the nightmare could return, the British arrived. Of course, not everyone believes this story. As skeptics have pointed out, the British commander made no mention of a sea monster in his official reports. Well, I can hardly blame him, though. I mean, if you make a mention of a sea monster, maybe you're done working. I'm just thinking, maybe. There's also no physical evidence because the Brits allegedly sent the ship to the bottom of the sea. But believers hope that one day someone will recover the U-boat and prove that hungry monsters really are lurking in the ocean depths. That's pretty wild. And I've heard that one several other times. I can't imagine a U-boat just, I don't know. Maybe that's just a cover story.
If the monster had big eyes and horns, it'll look like the devil.
It would look like the devil, you're right. At least what we imagine the devil looks like. I don't know if that's really what it looks like or not, but you're right.
Yeah.
It's what most people believe the devil looks like.
The
Enfield?
The Enfield horror.
Horror, correct. Good reading, buddy. All right, the Enfield horror. Greg Garrett was an average kid from Enfield, Illinois, but on April 25th, 1973, he was attacked by a not-so-average monster. Garrett described the creature as having 3 legs, red eyes, and slimy gray skin. Even worse, it hated Greg's shoes. The monster started stomping at Greg's feet, tearing up the boy's sneakers with its claws. Greg took off screaming, seeking refuge inside his home, but The reign of the Enfield horror was far from over. About 30 minutes later, Henry McDaniel and his children heard something scratching at their house. Hoping it was just a dog, McDaniel opened his door to find a nearly 5-foot-tall thing with saucer-shaped eyes and arms growing out of its chest. McDaniel freaked, grabbed his pistol, and blasted the creature several times to no effect. It just hissed like a wildcat. It leapt into the woods. Police officers later found dog-like footprints in McDaniel's yard. Each track had 6 toe pads. It also looked like this thing was walking around on 3 feet. The media quickly picked up the story, and soon the monster hunters were reporting beastly encounters. Both a local radio news director and famed cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman claimed to have heard its eerie cry. Then suddenly, the creature just vanished, and things in Enfield quieted down once again. But if you explore the history of the region, you'll find that in the 1940s, a similar creature plagued the nearby town of Mount Vernon. Was it the same monster? Will it return? And if it does, will it do more than just stomp on shoes? I don't know. I mean, at least it only hated the shoes and not the kid. That's pretty terrifying. Wow. Yikes. All right. I don't know. Aracariguama? Aracariguama incident. I don't think I know this one. Aracariguama is a little Brazilian town, but you could hardly call it quiet. Villagers have reported all sorts of strange sightings, including werewolves. But without a doubt, the most troubling incident occurred on March 4th, 1946, when... What? João Prestes Filho decided to spend the day fishing in the Tiete River. Filho's family had gone to a nearby carnival, so when the fisherman returned home, he was all alone. Or so he thought. Suddenly, a bright beam of light entered through the window. Filho felt like his skin was on fire and he couldn't move his hands. Thinking fast, he used his teeth to open the door and escape to his sister's house. When he arrived, Filho's body was horribly burned above the waist. Strangely, his clothes and hair were fine, but his hands and feet looked like boiled meat. Adding to the mystery, Filho claimed he'd been attacked by something otherworldly. Soon, Filho was transported to a nearby hospital, where, according to an orderly, the flesh began falling off his bones. Ugh, that's creepy.
Boiled meat, yummy.
You can tell he's my kid, right? Yeah, the apple didn't far too fall from the tree.
Because the apple keeps the doctor away.
That's right. One a day. That's what they say. There's been a lot of speculation about what happened that day. While skeptics believe Filho was burned in an accidental fire, that doesn't explain why his hair, clothes, and home were untouched. Some claim he was attacked by a malicious extraterrestrials, while others surmise he was accidentally burned by the propulsion system of an alien ship. Some villagers think he was attacked by fireball-like ghosts that haunt the region. I've never heard of those. While others believe he was savaged by a boitada, a sentient orb with a long history of chasing people near Aracariguama. However, we'll probably never find any evidence as to what actually happened. Filho's family refused to return to the house, so police had it torn down.
It's boitada.
It's what?
It's
Boitada?
boitada.
Good job.
It's boitada.
Nice reading, dude.
Because I saw the boy.
B-O-I? Yeah, instead of B-O-Y.
B-O-I is another one.
You are right. Smart kid. You are too smart for your own good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then we go to the Kelly-Hopkinsville encounter. Let's see what that's a creepy picture, though. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yep. On August 21st, 1955, Glennie Langford was planning a nice dinner at home in Kelly, Kentucky. Along with her 3 sons and respective families, Langford invited a friend, Billy Ray Taylor, and a man who owned her rental home. Lucky Sutton. And it should have been a pleasant occasion, but then the aliens showed up. Things started getting crazy when Taylor saw a bright light in the sky. According to some stories, he then spotted a UFO landing behind nearby trees. Soon after, mysterious creatures appeared in the woods, and they stood about 3 feet
tall.
3 feet tall. Yeah, good job. And had enormous eyes, strange antennae, and sharp claws. The beings flew from tree to tree, landed on top of the house, and began looking through the windows. While the family only saw 2 creatures at a time, they estimated there were between 12 to 15 aliens trying to break into the house. Terrified, the family fought back. As the kids hid underneath the beds, the adults kept the goblins at bay by firing their guns, but according to reports, the bullets were useless against these metallic creatures. Finally, 4 hours into the fight, a few family members drove to a nearby Hopkinsville police station for help, and they brought back an army of city cops, state troopers, deputy sheriffs, and military police officers. But when the reinforcements arrived, the mysterious creatures had vanished. While some skeptics believe the alien invaders were actually particularly aggressive owls. Are you serious? Owls did that? Okay.
I said owls at the same time you said owl too.
Ooh, there you go. The Langford family certainly didn't think so. Shortly after the encounter, Glennie Langford and her clan packed their bags and fled their home, never to return. Wow. Hello from West Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hey, D. Duke Cannon. Welcome. Good to see you.
That's bad to never return.
What's that?
That's bad to never return.
That's bad to never return? Well, I think they didn't feel safe there anymore, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because they were dealing with something they just couldn't understand. So I can't blame them. If I had gone through that, I'd probably move too. Please don't do that. Wouldn't you? Would you leave?
No.
You'd stay?
Yes. No.
No, I wouldn't either.
Because
All right.
I don't like aliens and they're green, and my favorite color is green, and green is weird.
Okay. All right. Next one is the werewolf.
The werewolf demon.
Nice job. Good job. I maybe just let you read the stories. I'll sit back and drink some water.
I'll just read the title of old ones.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That'll help. William Ramsay certainly seemed like your average Londoner. He was married, had a daughter, and worked as a carpenter. But many claim Ramsay had a pretty unusual history with the paranormal. When Ramsay was 9, he was supposedly possessed by a spirit that gave him super strength and insane anger. In 1983, that malevolent spirit decided to come back. One day in December, Ramsay was suddenly overcome by a pain in his chest. Worried for his health, he rushed to a nearby South End hospital, and that's when the animal within took over. When Ramsay arrived at the ER, he grabbed a nurse and savagely bit her elbow. Luckily, a police officer and an intern managed to get Ramsay under control. Despite his insane strength, Ramsay was then sent to a mental hospital, but doctors couldn't find anything wrong with the carpenter aside from the biting. Ed and Lorraine Warren...
This part?
Huh? No.
Can I read that?
No, there's a lot of big words in here, honey. But thank you. I appreciate it. Ed and Lorraine Warren, however, were sure Ramsay had been possessed by a wolf spirit. The Warrens were a well-known exorcist couple recently made famous by The Conjuring, and they flew Ramsay out to Connecticut where they'd summoned a team of spiritual professionals. Along with the Warrens, there was a renowned bishop, a paranormal expert, some reporters, and up to 6 bodyguards in case things got hairy. Harry. As the bishop tried to drive out the werewolf, Ramsay rose up and nearly tore the holy man to shreds. Thankfully, the wolf spirit was exorcised just in time. According to the Warrens, Ramsay flew back to England and returned to a normal life. As for the wolf demon, for all we know, it's still out there looking for its next victim.
The zombie ghost clown.
The zombie ghost clown. Ooh, that's creepy. One 1 year, 9-year-old Oscar Mendoza and his brother were watching a parade in San Felipe, Mexico, when they heard an explosion. Somehow a clown car had crashed, and all the clowns were now lying on the sidewalk. At first, Oscar's brother thought it was a joke, and he laughed at the surreal scene. But as the brothers got closer, they realized it was no stunt, and the clowns had been killed on impact. Supposedly minutes later, one of the clowns turned its head and creepily smiled at Oscar's brother. That night, Oscar's brother was still freaked out, majorly regretting his decision to laugh at the clowns. Afraid of being alone, he asked a cousin to escort him into the kitchen so he could get some water. But when they opened the door, there was a bloody clown sitting at the kitchen table. The same clown they'd seen earlier that day.
I found the popcorn in this room.
You did? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sure there's all kinds of more stuff on that floor.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's put that in the garbage. I don't think it's a snack for later. We won't save that for a snack. Terrified, the children slammed the door and tried their best to hold it shut. The wood began to splinter as the clown hurled himself against the door. All the while, the ghost was whispering, "Let me in. Don't be mean. I want to play with you." Oscar could hear the wood cracking, so he ran to the kitchen and threw his own weight against the door, helping to hold it shut. Suddenly, the family dog charged into the kitchen, but Oscar heard the two creatures fighting it out, and moments later, he heard his pet whimper as the monster broke its neck. Just then, before Oscar's granddad arrived with a shotgun, the clown jumped out of a third-story window onto the street below. When Oscar looked out the window, the clown was gone. After the police showed up, the next morning they found black slime in the clown's hair. The cops then told Oscar's grandfather to have a priest bless the house. The clown was no burglar. It was some sort of devil. Needless to say, Oscar never returned to his grandparents' home. And while few believe his horrifying tale, Oscar continues telling his story to this day. Oof. The black slime stuff reminds me of the X-Files. That stuff, that weird alien goo. Pretty creepy, huh?
Yeah.
All right. It's time for the announcement, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a special announcement on behalf of our friend Stephen Majors, who is with Extreme Expeditions Northwest, LLC. Now, on Tuesday, they're going to be up in Stevens County in the town of Chewelah. And they're going to be scouting some locations for the upcoming film that they're making. And as such, he's going to be at... here's the posting. Let me bring it over. Let's close this. What the hell is this? They're going to be in town between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. in the town of Chewelah at a place called Fired Up Pizza. And if you're in the area, please stop by and visit with them. They're also looking to collect any Bigfoot stories that any of the locals might have. So if you are in the Stevens County area and have the opportunity on Tuesday, stop by Fired Up Pizza, and it's right here on the screen, and you can definitely check it out and have a chance to sit down with Stephen. He's a great guy. He's a really incredibly motivated and busy guy, but he's doing about 50 things all the time. But he really is a great guy and has done a lot of work in the Bigfoot community. Of course, Extreme Expeditions Northwest LLC has made several documentaries, including their latest one, which has to do with their research in Stevens County. And so they are moving forward with a feature movie that they're creating called The Siege at Alpha 5. We've aired their casting call several times. I know they were looking for 6 people to be in the film that were military qualified and could do active military scenes that they're going to be putting together for this movie. But Don and I are also in this movie, which is really, really cool. But we hope if you're in the area near Chewelah, Washington State, that you will stop in on Tuesday between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. at Fired Up Pizza and meet with them. And if you just want to go and say hello, that's great. If you have any stories of your own, definitely stop in and say hello and share those with them. They'd love to hear them. So that's our special announcement. So
why I think he's a good guy too is because it's a funny place name.
A funny place name, Chihuahua? Is that?
Yes.
That is a different name, but I think that's actually a Native American name. I think it has to do with a Native American thing. So it sounds different to us, but it's not really funny. All right, see you later, buddy. Okay, so. Okay, he's going to the bathroom. So unfortunately, we'll just have to wait. He'll be back though. But yeah, if you're in Chihuahua area, Tuesday, stop in, say hello, and meet with him. That'd be great. Love to see all you guys out there if you're in the area. So that's our special announcement. Okay, let me do this. Whoops, this. There we go. All right, moving along. We got more and more. More and more and more. Let's see. I got to close this. Did you wash your hands? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oops. Wash my... Oh, yeah, the hands. What was I thinking? The joy of youth. The joy of youth, folks. But we got more of this cryptid stuff coming up. And let me take a look at the chat. I haven't seen what's going on in there for a while because I've been busy reading. Awesome to see Father and Son. Paranormal Portal team, that one I did see. Okay. Anything else? Anything else going on in here? I thought you might say there's a baby brothers or sisters on the way. Oh. No. No, there's no new minions coming. No. I think I'm done with that part of the journey of bringing new life into the planet. I think I'll just take care of the ones that I got. That'll be good. Okay. Welcome back, buddy. Did you need a drink? Did you need a drink? Okay.
Are you still at that place?
No, we went through this whole story, so we got another story now. I got the cap in my hand, so there's nothing to unscrew. You got to do the at the end. That's the best part of a drink is when you go. Okay. All right. So the next part of our journey, folks, I can close this. I like that article. I thought that was pretty good. And a lot of those I'd, heard of before, but this is a really good overview of all of those weird creature encounters. And that's the part that's really odd about the paranormal is that how much can be out there? And I'm still asking myself that question all the time because...
Why can I not hear myself?
Oh, I muted you when you left. Just, well, because, okay, you're live now. Right back at you. Okay. All right, next we're going to get into an article. Let's take a look at the time here. He is so cute, Trish says. He is super smart for 5. He's easily 4th grade reading level.
Can I read all of the titles?
Absolutely, I guess. What do you got? Let's see. Let's get up to the top here. This is a big word, though. This is a pretty big word. Do you know this word?
Where's the one that was after the clown one?
That one's all done. That one was. There was one more after that, but we already went through that, honey. I just closed it. So, all right. Can you read this one or no? This has got a really long words in it. How about I read the first 3 words?
No. Read the first 2 words.
The first 2 word? Okay. Alleged Megalodon.
Sighting that will make you want to believe.
Woof. That was really good. Megalodon died out a millennia ago, but our fascination with this mighty shark
will never go
extinct. Nice job, buddy. Well done. Yeah, he is a good reader.
That's a short one.
That's just the title. There's more. Humans are fascinated by sharks, and the larger the shark is, the tighter its grip on our collective imagination. This has come from the Portalist, by the way. Portalist.com, Megalodon sightings. Did it have an author? Carolyn Cox from July 29th, 2019. And it was published August 7th. Oh, I guess it was updated in 2019. But it was published on August 7th, 2018.
That's close to my birthday. That's after my birthday.
It is. You're right. You're right. When's your birthday?
July 14th.
It is. Yep. And you'll be how old?
6.
6. Man. Where'd the time go? All right. However, not everyone is convinced that the Megalodon is dead and gone. Some Megalodon truthers think that the massive shark is alive and well and living undiscovered in the Earth's oceans, and they often point to the sightings described below as evidence. Even if you believe the Megalodon is long extinct, in which case you're in good hands, scientists everywhere agree with you. The myth of the modern Megalodon is still fascinating. If nothing else, these alleged Megalodon sightings prove humans are fascinated by the ocean's mysterious depths. And in an ideal world,
where that faction might lead to.
I'm sorry? Oh, an ideal world, that fascination might lead to increased interest in conservation
I got the last three words right.
Yep, you did. You did really well. Extent sharks. Okay, now you can't interrupt, okay? But I will let you talk.
FMS Challenger teeth.
HMS. Yeah, that's an H. Yeah, I know. But do you see how big that tooth is? Like these are regular great white shark teeth. And this is a megalodon tooth.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's keep it family friendly there, minion. All right. This first entry isn't a sighting, but a fossil find that's sometimes brought up and frequently misinterpreted in discussions of whether or not Megalodon is still with us. Oh, thank you, Seven Pearls. I appreciate that. Paranormal Portal. I listened to Bob Gimlin podcast today. Good job. Didn't know he knew old Evel Knievel. Crazy he could have went down that path with him, jumping rattlesnakes and cougars. Yeah, that was really cool. And sorry to deviate from the article, but I do think that I really loved that interview with Bob because it wasn't just the same interview everyone else has done. And I'm not patting myself on the back, but I honestly just wanted to know who this man was and is. Who is Bob Gimlin? Because we know his story, but nobody's ever really looked into who the man is. And once you listen to him, you really fall in love with him. Like he's just a genuinely good, honest, sincere soul. And I just love that about this opportunity. It was just amazing. So let's get back to the Megalodon here. In 1875, the British ship HMS Challenger pulled up a pair of megalodon teeth from a seabed in 1959. Dr. W. Chernetsky of London's Queen Mary College attempted to date the teeth by studying the buildup of the manganese dioxide layer on each tooth. Through examining manganese dioxide deposition, Chernetsky determined the teeth were 11,000 and 24,000 years old, respectively. If correct, these findings would indicate that at the very least, Megs may have gone extinct far later than previously thought. However, manganese dioxide dating is often unreliable, particularly in dating shark teeth, as Ben S. Rush writes in 1998 Cryptozoology Review article, a critical evaluation of the supposed contemporary existence of Carcharodon megalodon. Shark teeth are more durable than typical fossil bones and are able to withstand considerable erosion. This can make it a challenge to determine how old the teeth actually are. Many researchers now think it likely that the shark teeth, once believed to be a post-Pliocene megalodon teeth, were instead older specimens that were somehow moved from their original older sedimentary layer and deposited in a younger layer. David Stead and the Giant Fish.
I was going to read that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already did, didn't I? Sorry about that. How about this one? In his book, can you read this? Sharks
and
Rays of
the
Australian
seas.
Okay, not so loud, please. Australian naturalist David Steed. Okay. David Steed shared an anecdote, which some believe describes a terrifying encounter with the Meg herself. According to Steed, in 1981, he spoke with several crayfish fishermen who were so terrified of a shark they saw in their fishing grounds off of Broughton Island, they refused to return to the ground for days. They claim to have seen a shark of unbelievable size surface in the deep water of the fishing grounds, taking the pots and mooring with it. Given that the crayfish pots were over 3 feet in diameter and loaded with heavy catch, that would be no small feat. Stead and local fisheries inspector Mr. Payton, I'm not sure how to say that, questioned the men, who all agreed to the shark's monstrous size. One claim.
Pat-on.
I'm sorry?
It's called Pat-on.
Pat-on? Patton? Okay, maybe you're right.
Patton.
Okay, Patton. All right, we'll go with that. One claimed that its head alone was at least as long as the roof of the wharf shed at Nelson's Bay. Many said it measured, around 115 feet in length. Others said the water seemed to boil where it surfaced. And all of them were confident that it was a shark rather than a whale, and that it was pale white in coloring, given that the men they spoke to were all hardened fishermen accustomed to sharks, whales, and other sea creatures. The conversation they had with these frightened witnesses left quite an impression on Stead and Mr. Patton. Wow. Ooh, look at that. So here's a normal great white. Here's the Megalodon. And here's a human being. Wow. We're not that big after all, are we?
Let's see the title.
It's a size chart comparing Megalodon to a great white shark and a human.
The title.
Oh, this isn't the title. This is just another article that they talk about. So this is just a picture to give you an idea of how big the ancient Megalodon shark would have been or would be. Now have a drink. All right. So, but even if the shark observed by the fishermen was as massive as described, several signs indicate that it couldn't have been the mighty Meg, as Roche writes in his 1998 paper. If Megalodon were alive in the modern world and surviving in the deep sea, it's unlikely he would be white color described in the 1918 accounts. Most deep sea sharks are dark rather than white, although there is a general misconception that dark deep sea habitats result in a lack of pigmentation. Do you want me to read this?
Huh?
Do you want me to read this?
No.
You want to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, give it a shot.
N.
Immense
Shark off the Great Barrier Reef.
Wow. I did not believe that you could do that. Wow. Nice job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Huh. I didn't think he'd get Great Barrier Reef, folks. He surprises even me, and I read with him every day. In his 1978 book, Let's Go Fossil Shark Tooth Hunting, author B.C. Cartmel describes an alleged incident that took place off of the edge of Australia's Great Barrier Reef back in the 60s. According to Cartmel, the sailors involved initially refused to speak of the incident because they were feared teasing. But after a time, they admitted that when their 85-foot ship was forced to weigh anchor for engine repairs, the captain and crew were shocked to see a gargantuan white shark swim slowly past their stuck ship. It rivaled the boat in size. All aboard agreed it was not a whale. Was it the Megster? Probably not, but whatever the sailors saw that day, it's proof that the ocean is a fascinating place. How about this one?
The Black Demon of
Cortez. The Black Demon of Cortez. Good job. The Black Demon of Cortez is believed to be a massive black shark seen off of Mexico's Baja coast. Some reports allege that the big boy may even compare in size to the ancient Megalodon. In one alleged encounter, fisherman Eric Mack reported that the Black Demon rocked his boat while its towering tail stuck 5 feet out of the water. Of course, if the Black Demon is real, that doesn't mean it's a Megalodon. It could easily be a plankton-eating whale shark or even a great white with melanism. The enormous black shark was the focus of an episode of the History Channel's cryptozoology TV show Monster Quest. However, the investigators failed to find any evidence of the fabled demon. I imagine they would. Here's one.
Zane Grey and the man-eating monster of the South
Pacific.
Pacific.
Yeah. You're doing great, buddy. All right, Zane Grey. Novelist and deep-sea angler Zane Grey claimed to have had an experience with a massive shark that some believed could have been the Megalodon. In the movie Megalodon Fact or Fiction, Rick Emmer writes that Grey claimed to have seen one of the man-eating monsters of the South Pacific, a shark much longer than his 30 to 40-foot boat. Apparently, the shark was yellow and green with a square head, immense pectoral fins, and a few white spots. In other words, not a mere harmless white shark.
What does it all mean?
What does it all mean? That's what Oprah was wondering. As fun as it is to imagine these stories are evidence that Megalodon is still alive, that's just not the case. As Megan Bulk, a Megalodon researcher at the University of New Mexico, told the Daily Beast, there's no doubt in the scientific community that Megalodon is extinct. Bulk explains that the Megalodon stayed close to the coast, so if they're still alive today, we'd know. It'd be hard to miss a 50-foot plus super predator roaming the shores. According to Bulk, most large sharks occur in the upper 500 meters of the water column, probably due to productivity. The deep is much too nutrient poor to support such a large animal. I don't know if that's true or not, because aren't the giant squids way, way, way deep? And don't sperm whales go down way, way, way deep to get their food? I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I'm obviously not a scientist, but there are at least precedents for other large aquatic beings going very, very deep. So I don't know if that's a truly accurate statement or not, but maybe I'm just absolutely misinformed.
Yeah.
I am? Okay, thanks for that. You're fired. In many ways, Shark Week is responsible for popularizing the myth that Megalodon is still around. In 2014, Discovery aired the highly controversial Shark Week mockumentary, Megalodon, the Monster Shark Lives. The incredibly misleading program presented evidence that Megalodon was not only still alive, but also attacking humans and boats, although a brief disclaimer at the end of Monster Shark Lives explained that it was a work of fiction. Many viewers were understandably fooled by the eyewitness accounts and interviews with scientists. The next year, Discovery aired a follow-up mockumentary called Megalodon, The New Evidence, which only compounded the confusion. Megalodon also garnered increased curiosity in the public eye around the release of the 2018 movie The Meg, based on the Steve Alten book Meg, a novel of deep terror. The Meg featured Jason Statham going fist to fin with the prehistoric predator after the shark escapes from the Mariana Trench. After entering the open ocean, the shark goes on to eat a whale and to terrorize swimmers at a beach in China before Statham saves the day. Thank God for Jason Statham. Although the action movie was more explicitly fictional than the infamous 2014 Discovery documentary, it's easy to understand how the different representations of Megalodon in pop culture could cause debate, considering Shark Week 2019 launched with the special Expedition Unknown Megalodon, and the Meg sequel is rumored the Meg sequel is rumored to be in the works. It's likely confusion over this prehistoric predator will persist. Sadly, even if Megalodon were discovered to be alive today, experts say, it's likely humans would soon put them on the path to extinction again. Conservationist, shark expert, and Shark Week critic David Schiffman wrote in 2014 that if Megalodon were alive today, it would probably be hunted to extinction for its fins. He estimates that if hypothetical modern-day Megalodon has a 1.5 metric tons of fins, it could be sold for around $600,000 and make approximately 70,456 bowls of Megalodon shark fin soup. And as Schiffman points out, if the hypothetical overfishing of a species that has been extinct for millions of years has you upset, as it has me, you should learn more about the real overfishing of shark species that are still around, at least for now. There you go. All about the Megalodon. So, pretty interesting all the same. I don't know. Pretty interesting to me. I like that stuff. I like the Meg. I don't know if they're still around. I mean, I have no basis for any of it, but it's possible. What do y'all think? You think the Megalodon is still out there? Maybe not the Megalodon, but maybe something else. Again, we know so very little about our oceans. And of all the sciences, I think that marine biologists are probably the least informed about all the dynamics of the oceans, because we've only explored about, maybe 10%, 5%, 15% of the oceans. So there's a whole lot going on down there and in the oceans that we just don't understand. We don't even understand everything that's going on land, and that's where we live. So how much more mysterious is the oceans? Just saying. At least in my opinion, I think there's something to that. But could there be? Maybe. I wouldn't surprise me a whole lot, because there doesn't seem to be any ceiling on what's possible.
I had to go to Mommy.
Oh, do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Yeah? Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and hit the notifications bell and like and subscribe, and always laugh.
Always laugh. Absolutely. Okay, buddy. I love you.
Love too.
Okay. I'll see you in a little bit.
See ya.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minion, Mr. Elijah, coming on the show and helping me out tonight. That was nice of him. Thanks for doing all that reading. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. All right, folks. Well, I guess we made it to people saying, bye, Minion, sweet dreams, little one. A little legend, somebody said. Night, kiddo. There you go.
Bye.
See ya. Can you wave?
Could I stop the show?
Could you stop the show?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could. I didn't pull up a trail cam terrace tonight, folks. I've just been running all day and on phone calls and sending emails back and forth. So today I was a little crunched, but I hope you don't mind. But anyway, I think the Minion's going to send us off. So I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you all for joining me. We'll be back on Wednesday night again for another episode with Don and I digging into it. No. Don't do that. Don't click that. Don't click that yet. We got to talk to everybody. And
I don't then.
all right, what you do is you come up here to the mic and you say, we love you all.
We love you.
Be good.
Be good.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Help each other out.
Help each other out.
Find the magic in every day.
Find the magic in every day.
And remember to laugh as much as you can.
And remember to
Laugh
as much as you can.
Okay. Good night, everybody. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. If you have any stories or anything, feel free to email them, paranormalportalradio@gmail.com. But that's what we got. So
What do I do?
now what you do is you push this button that says credits. Here he goes.